the early hours of October 9, 2024, Florida witnessed nature's fury unleashed. Hurricane Milton, a massive Category 5 storm, barreled towards the coastline, bringing with it destructive winds, torrential rain, and an unrelenting surge. As the world watched in shock, Florida braced for impact. This is the story of those terrifying 25 minutes when Hurricane Milton left its mark, a disaster that will never be forgotten. Hurricane Milton didn't start as a beast. Days before hitting Florida, it was just a tropical depression spinning harmlessly in the Atlantic. However, as warm ocean temperatures fed it energy, Milton rapidly intensified, growing into one of the most powerful storms ever recorded. The winds quickly reached over 150 miles per hour, and as it moved westward, the National Hurricane Center issued warnings of catastrophic potential. With Hurricane Milton charging towards Florida, local authorities issued mandatory evacuation orders for coastal regions. Schools were closed, businesses were boarded up, and residents scrambled to find safety. Emergency services were on high alert, setting up shelters, deploying search and rescue teams, and ensuring that supplies were available. Social media became a lifeline for many, with live updates and storm tracking helping to keep millions informed. When Milton made landfall, the world watched in horror as Florida was pummeled by the sheer force of nature. Winds over 180 miles per hour ripped roofs off buildings and toppled trees. Floodwaters surged through streets, trapping people in their homes. Communities along the coast were hit hardest, with some areas experiencing a storm surge of up to 15 feet. In the face of disaster, the world did not stand idle. From New York to New Delhi, people united in prayer for the victims of Hurricane Milton. Religious and secular communities came together, offering their thoughts, prayers, and aid. Social media platforms were flooded with messages of hope, and humanitarian organizations immediately began organizing relief efforts. Nations across the globe expressed their solidarity with the United States, pledging to support the recovery and rescue efforts. But what made Hurricane Milton so dangerous? Hurricanes thrive on warm water and atmospheric instability. Milton encountered perfect conditions in the Atlantic, where sea surface temperatures were higher than average. This allowed the storm to strengthen rapidly, reaching Category 5 status in just a few days. Experts compared Milton's destructive force to previous hurricanes, such as Katrina and Irma, noting that its size and intensity were unprecedented for this region. As the storm raged on, Florida's emergency services were on high alert. Firefighters, police officers, and the National Guard worked around the clock to respond to emergency calls. Rescue teams braved dangerous conditions, searching for survivors trapped in the floodwaters or in collapsed buildings. Many first responders became heroes that day, risking their lives to save others. In times of disaster, social media becomes more than just a platform for entertainment. It becomes a lifeline. During Hurricane Milton, platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram were flooded with real-time updates, emergency instructions, and calls for help. For many, social media was their only way of staying informed, as power outages disrupted other forms of communication. Hashtags like Pray for Florida and Hurricane Milton were trending worldwide, with millions expressing their concern and support. As the storm passed and the scale of the destruction became clear, nations across the globe came together in a remarkable show of solidarity. The European Union, Canada, and countries as far away as Japan and Australia offered their condolences and aid. Disaster relief teams from around the world were dispatched to Florida, providing food, medical supplies, and rescue equipment. This disaster united the global community in a way that reminds us of our shared humanity. In the wake of Hurricane Milton, the focus shifted from survival to recovery. Communities came together to begin the long process of rebuilding. Volunteers from across the country traveled to Florida to help clear debris, donate supplies, and provide emotional support to those affected. Though the road ahead is long, there is hope that Florida will rise from this tragedy, stronger than ever before. Disasters like Hurricane Milton remind us of the power of nature, but they also reveal the strength of human resilience. As the people of Florida rebuild their lives, the world stands with them. Let's continue to support and pray for all those affected, and remember that in times of crisis, we are stronger together. Thank you for watching Amazing World Facts. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on important global events, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Stay safe and take care.